Hey, what's up, guys? Carl Gallon Pop in the video, and today I want to do my NFL Week 6 picks. Last week I went 9-5 overall, 57-20-1. So let's get on to the picks there. First on the list there we got Thursday Night Football, 6:15 Mountain Time, prime video. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. This game here, I'm going to go with the Eagles here win. I think the Eagles can actually get something fully done here. They look really, really stout there, and I think they can actually do something against this Giants team there. The Eagles are technically pretty upset from losing to us last week there, so they're mostly going to see this. They're going to actually see a much harder opponent this week. The Giants are actually going to see a much upset opponent this week there, and I think they're going to actually. I think the Eagles are going to possibly kill them in this game. Saquon's going to possibly get 10 touchdowns in this game here. I think they can actually do something. The way they kind of technically got upset against us last week, so I'm going to say Eagles. I'm going to say this is my lock of the week. Eagles fucking destroy the Giants. That's it for the Thursday night game. So let's move on to Sunday, October 12th. We got a 7:30 game Mountain Time, Primetime NFL Network, and NFL Plus. We got my Denver Broncos versus the New York Jets. This game's out of the country. I'm going to go with my Broncos here to win. I think Bo Nix there might actually find his targets this week there. He looked really good there. The Broncos defense there, or our defense there, looked really good there against the Eagles last week there. Even if it was a really defensive game all the way till like the fourth quarter when our offense starts turning on the Jets there. This week there, I do not see this actually happen this week. This game's going to be possibly going to be close because Justin Fields there, he can actually use his legs in this game there. So he might give our defense a little bit of trouble there. But I do not see the Jets defense doing that well against our offense there. Our offense looked pretty well against them, and I think most of the Jets are actually mostly gonna struggle against our offense there. So I'm gonna say my Broncos win it here in a close fashion. That's it for the 7:30 games. So we'll move on to 11 o'clock games, Mountain Time. First on the 11 o'clock, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Indianapolis Colts. Going with the Colts here to win. I think the Colts can actually fully get it done here. They look really good there. This game could be the game of the week here. But I think the Colts there look really good there, and I think they can actually do something against Kyle Murray. Murray, he's been massively struggling there. I think he's not going to do too well going against this Colts team there. Always in October, Murray starts like falling apart. Kyle Murray always starts falling apart in October. But I'm going to say the Colts win it here. I think the Colts can get it done against the Cardinals. Next game, we got the LA Chargers at the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Chargers here to win. The Chargers look really good there, and I think they can actually do something to go against this Dolphins team. This Dolphins team is ass there. It'd be really nice if the Dolphins does win there, because that does help us out in the AC West there. It does help us out in the AC West there. But I'm going to say the Chargers win it. I think the Chargers can actually get it done there against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are not that great of a team. They don't have Tyreek Hill there, so they're mostly going to see their massive struggles going on there. So I'm going to say Chargers over Dolphins. Next game, we have the New England Patriots at the New Orleans Saints there. Going with the Patriots here to win. The Patriots look really good there. They're actually turning themselves around. They mostly upset the Bills last week there. really upsetting the Bills last week there, and I think they can actually do something against this Saints team. The Saints there have not been playing their best football at all. I think they're massively going to struggle here going against this Patriots team, who honestly looked really, really stout there and looks really good. I think they can actually do something against this Saints team. The Saints, I think they're really going for a draft pick at this point there versus actually playing. But I'm going to say Saints over, or not Saints, Patriots over Saints. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers there, they're coming off of a bye. The Steelers are coming off of a bye. The Browns there technically lost Joe Flacco there, so they technically don't have a quarterback. They're technically quarterback list there. Going against the Steelers team, who honestly looks really fierce there, and I think they can actually fully get it done here. I do not trust the Browns at all. They don't actually have a quarterback there for save their life, and I think they're going to see massive struggles there with this Browns team, who honestly don't actually have half of their fucking starters with injuries there. So I think they're going to see the Steelers honestly more rested up here going in this game there, and I think they're going to possibly beat them there pretty sound. I think they're going to beat them pretty close. I think they're going to beat them pretty well. So I'm going to say Steelers over Browns. I'm going to say, so next game we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. Going with the Cowboys here to win. I think the Cowboys can actually do something against this Panthers team. This Panthers team is pretty bad. They're mostly going to see massive struggles there. I do not trust Drake. I don't trust Brian Young in this game there. Even if Brian Young is starting to look really much better there, but he's going against this Dallas team who honestly can keep up with teams there. This is like another team who honestly can keep up with teams. So I'm going to say they're going to actually have the same kind of result there. Most of the Cowboys did got a big win against the Jets last week, but that's also not been saying too much either. But I'm going to say the Cowboys win it here. I think the Cowboys can get it done against this Panthers team. The Panthers are not that great, and I think they're going to see I think they're going to see a little bit a harder ship with that Prescott there. Prescott is a much better quarterback. And Bryce Young. So I'm going to say Cowboys over Panthers. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to go with the Jaguars here to win. I think the Jags can get it done there. I think the Jags can get it done. I think they can actually do something there. They technically upset the Chiefs last week there. They looked really good against Kansas City last week there. And I think they can actually do something against the Seahawks team. The Seahawks there actually are showing a lot of potential there to win. I think they're mostly going to see this there, but I'm going to say the Jags win it. I think the Jags actually have a little bit better team than the Seahawks right now. The Seahawks there, even if they are doing pretty decently well, they're mostly going to see massively a struggle there going against this Jags team. Who honestly looks really, really good. And I think the Jags can pull it out here and win this one against the Seahawks. Next game, we got the LA Rams at the Baltimore Ravens. Going with the Rams here to win. The Ravens have been playing bad. They've been playing really bad there. Even without Jamar Jackson there, they're mostly going to struggle against this Rams team there, who honestly can actually keep up with the Eagles there. And even if they didn't win against the Eagles there, I think they actually can mostly can compete there. They did pretty well last week there, and I think they can actually do something against this Ravens team, who honestly is struggling there without Jamar Jackson. They're not going to win a lot of games in this one. So I'm going to say Rams over Ravens. That's it for the 11 o'clock games. So we'll move on to the 2:05 games, Mountain Time. First on the 2:05, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Las Vegas Raider Haters. This one's the shit bowl of the week. This is honestly the shit bowl of the week. And this is like, it could go either way, but I'm going to go with the Titans here to win. I mostly trust the young quarterback is starting to turn himself around. He's actually turning himself around there, and I think he can actually get it done there against this Haters team, who honestly is massively struggling there, and they have not been playing their best football at all. So I'm going to say the Titans win it here over the Haters. That's it for the 205. Let's move on to the 225 games, Mountain Time. First on the 225, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Green Bay Packers. This is my walk of the week. I'm going with the Packers here to win. The Packers are going to fucking dominate this fucking team there. This is also my domination of the week. Second time the Packers actually got domination of the week here. I'm going to say the Packers beat the piss out of the fucking Bengals here. The Bengals do not look the best, and I think the Bengals are massively going to struggle here, and they're not going to do that well against this Packers team, who honestly looks really, really strong there, and I think they can actually do something against this Bengals team there. The Bengals defense is really bad, and possibly we don't know if Browning's going to play or Flacco is going to play there. But I'm going to say it doesn't really matter if Flacco or Browning plays in this game there. I'm going to say the Packers will dominate this game and possibly destroy the Bengals here. So I'm going to say Packers over Bengals. Next game there, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Tampa Bucks. Going with the Bucks here to win. I think the Bucks can actually get it fully done here against this Niners team. This Niners team there looks really good. Also, this is possibly one of the games of the week here. I'm gonna say the Bucks win it here. Bucks look really, really strong, and I think they can actually do something with Baker Mayfield there. And he looks really, really good there and stuff. And I do not trust the quarterback for the Niners at all. I just do not trust him at all. They're going against this Bucks team who honestly gave Jalen Hurts some fits in Week 4. I think they might see some struggles here, and I think they're going to see something what they're going to go against them and stuff. They're massively going to struggle. Well, I'm going to say Bucks win it here over Niners. And then we move on to the Sunday night game. 6:20 Mountain Time, primetime NBC. We got the Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going with the Lions here to win. I think the Lions look really good there. The Chiefs there, they've been massively struggling there. Mahomes there, he's starting to fall apart there. Travis Kelce is falling apart there, and they can't really find their ways right now. The Lions there with Dan Campbell there, who honestly looks really, really solid there, looks really good there, and mostly they're gonna see this massive struggle there. So I'm gonna say the Lions win it here. I'm gonna go with the Lions here to win it over the Chiefs. That's it for the Sunday games. So let's move on to Monday Night Football, October 13th. So we got a double-header game. We got the 5:50. So we got the first Monday night game, 5:15 Mountain Time, primetime ESPN. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Atlanta Falcons. Going with the Bills here to win. The Bills look really good there. I think they're mostly going to be pissed off there from losing against the Patriots last week there. So I think they're going to be pretty pissed off from losing against the Patriots last week. I think they're going to possibly rebound there going against this Falcons team. Honestly, the Falcons are massively struggling there. I do not see what the Falcons actually will fully do against the Bills, who honestly are massively pissed off. So I'm going to say Bills win it over Falcons. And then the last Monday night game, we got a 6:15 Mountain Time, primetime ABC. We got the Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders. Going with the Commanders here to win. I think the Commanders are gonna look really, really good there against this Bears team. This Bears team is massively gonna struggle here, and I think they are not gonna show too much potential here. Mostly, I do not trust. Caleb Williams at all in this game here. Mostly going against this Commanders team, who honestly looks really interesting and looks really good. I don't know if Daniels is going to play in this game. I think sources are saying he's going to come back. So I'm going to say Commanders over Bears. And the teams are on bye. The Vikings are on bye, and the Texans are on bye. So, yep. Comment, rate, my response to Tuesday Bros. We like love Merles. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification on the bullets and lectures. Response to Tuesday Bros. Account at our peace.